Good day, America. Hello to all my friends and pals right here in southern Maine. Yes, it's northern New England, southern Maine, Portland, Maine. And it is the West End, or the Western Prom of Portland, Maine. This is Frank Margel. Today is May Day, May 1st. Fun Friday 2015. It's a bit overcast today, but that hasn't stopped all us folks from getting out and about. It may even rain. It feels like there's a little bit of rain coming, then it might clear up. It's about 50 degrees. I'll show you the cloud cover here, and then we'll get back to this memorial if you like. You'll find my freelance video at Frank Margel at YouTube.com, and I post on Twitter and Facebook and Google+. I call it the Big Four. You're always welcome to send me a friend request, and you can find a great comment page on YouTube. I enjoy their comment page. It's really easy to send a comment. You can also subscribe to my YouTube page at frankmargel at youtube.com. I'd love to hear from you. This is a WYSIWYG. What does that mean? A WYSIWYG is means what you see is what you get. So go ahead and always check your facts. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none, and I really enjoy sharing my Maine walk with you when I get out and about, and I want to thank you all for sharing my videos. We're up here at the Western Prom once again, and I found this memorial, and I haven't filmed this one yet. So let's go ahead and read this. This is quite the memorial, and it has a famous quote on it, and I want to share this with you. So I'm going to read this for you, and it says, in memory of Lieutenant Philip B. Frothingham, born in Portland, Maine, August 9th, 1894. Died in France, September 14th, 1918. Buried in Evergreen Cemetery, October 31, 1920. Was the son of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas J. Frothingham. The Veterans of Foreign Wars, number 362, was named for him. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his country. Take a moment with me if you'd like. There's an emblem up here. I'll try to move in on it. Well, let's take a moment and think about that if you got a minute. I want to thank you, and then maybe we'll go for a walk up on the prom if you want to stay with the video. But greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his country. What does that mean in the year 2015 to all of us who spend some time honoring service and take a moment or two out of our life to lay down his life for his country? Isn't that amazing? Well, I'd love to hear from you. What does that mean to you? I'm going to tell you what it means to me, and what it means to me is that it expresses a supreme willingness and a selflessness, a passion, and a call of duty to serve, and it's remarkable that in our day and age, in my humble opinion, I do the best to be humble. We live in a self-centered society where it's all me, myself, and I. And that's not to say that there aren't wonderful people who are willing to lay down their life for their country. Within that quote, I find some great reassurance that the solutions to our problems as a society, as the greatest free nation on earth, yes, one nation under God. And there's a flag up here, and we'll pledge allegiance if you want to go ahead and do that with me too in a minute. My dad served. I served. I wasn't the best soldier on the block, I can tell you that much. And my dad served. I think it's understandable that not everybody that joins the military ends up with a pristine record, but nonetheless, it's that willingness. And not everybody serves not everybody that decides to serve their country or lay down their life joins the military. And I'll just tell you, this morning driving up through Preble Street, the activity around the soup kitchen seemed very unsettling to me. And I'm not, it's my perception, so check your own facts, but there was a policeman out there, 2 policemen. And people were just zigzagging all over the area down there. And I don't know from what walk or talk of life they're from. I have no clue. I do not congregate down there. But I drive through there and I come up through Preble Street. And at times there's anywhere from 20 to 30 people just walking all over the place. And there's 2 policemen down there, and they're standing together, brothers in arms, serving our community and trying to maintain the peace. And what a job that must be. And I got this sense of pride, and I want to honor those 2 policemen today. For their dedicated service, to be down there, because quite frankly it doesn't feel safe. I don't know how to explain it, and it's just my opinion. It might be safe. I felt it might be safer having 2 policemen down there, but I was really concerned for their safety more than mine, because I was in a vehicle. But it seems to be a conglomeration of lost souls down there that don't even take the time to cross the street and have no care for traffic. It's amazing. So every day Americans are not celebrated, and people that serve in America are not celebrated for their willingness to lay down their life for their communities. And it's May 1st. Where am I going with this? Well, if you made it this long in a video, go ahead. You comment about anything you want. It's a freelance video. But looks like the Western Prom could use some work here. The city's got their hands full, and they're doing a great job with the tulip beds and getting everything cleaned up. And there's been a lot of development on the Eastern Prom, but the Western Prom needs a little bit more work up here, and I'm sure that'll be forthcoming. But there is a tremendous amount of underlying doom and gloom, and I have participated in some of it in social media and on talking boards. But I'll tell you, I've been able to change, and I came to this resolve that what I was seeking from media and personalities, for the most part, doesn't exist. It's a business. The last person in line is actually the listener. they are not celebrated. It's advertising and hype and doom and gloom. Occasionally there's some noteworthy information. I take what I get from it and I turn it off. But the real solution, and we often, well, I'll speak for myself, I often don't find it, is the real solution is to find that source of power and enlightenment that comes from God, that's put into all of us. So let's go back, let's talk a little bit about talk radio personalities, and I enjoy them, they're entertaining, but there's one particular talk radio superstar who is sometimes endearing and a bit feisty, was alluding yesterday to the fact that children, that glow that children have is often removed as we become mature, responsible adults, and how hopeless it is, and how people will seek drugs and other vices to get that sense of wonder. Now, let me tell you something. That's not my experience. I had a terrible childhood. Maybe you did too. It's just, that's just the way it is. But along the way, God restores me whenever I need Him to do so, and I do wrestle with God. But I'm not wrestling with talk radio. And then so there's that talk radio. So yeah, I disagree. I think that anyone that was born with the power and the knowledge to enjoy life at 3 can enjoy it at 103. It just, I find that some folks are going to radio, maybe, perhaps as I was, thinking that there's something there, but for the most part it's an empty well. It's an advertising business. So there's a lot of doom and gloom on there, and it keeps the coffers full. There's the flag. Go ahead and pledge with me if you like. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So yeah, well, I guess some people are really bummed out that they're not 3 years old anymore and they can't get high off of playing with a pile of blocks or looking at the world with glossy eyes. I think that you can do that at any age. So let's switch from talk radio to Christian radio, because I like Christian radio too, but again, a lot of times it's an empty well. Because it's a business, and they're always hyping the next great song, and it's still a lot of hype, and it's lacking a spiritual connection that I need to have with my Creator. So I learned a lesson there. But this one particular DJ on talk radio was talking about, and has mentioned it several times, how depressing life is for men in their 40s and 50s, and how understandable it is that men are committing suicide at that age. And I believe them. Okay, well, there you have it. So it runs the whole spectrum, and on media, mass media, and on TV news. So there's this idea that we need to turn them off, or I need to turn them off, and I do. But there is some information I gain from it, and it helps me to come up with topics of discussion when I'm out and about with you today. So that's my opinion, and I don't call into these radio stations anymore for the most part, and I don't wait for 2 or 3 hours online or 5 hours on a phone, or 5 months or 5 years to get a moment to talk to any of these personalities. Because if you listen long enough, there's a similar theme, and it's doom and gloom, and then it's time for a commercial break. Yeah, there's some happy moments, but I think you know what I mean. Go ahead and send me a comment at frankmargel@youtube.com. It's May 1st at the Western Prom. It's a gorgeous Maine day, and this is a long, commercial-free, freelance dialogue. If I mention something that you can relate to, or you want to share something with me, go right ahead. You have a great Maine day, live from the Western Prom. Fun Friday. Getting all spiritual and talking about media today. I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and send me a comment. You take care. And no matter where you are in the world, I'll keep you posted. And no matter what you do, whether it's a little or a lot, and no matter what age you're at in your life or where you're at with your walk, there is a spiritual power that will never leave you, whether you're 3 or 103, and that's my belief. So you wrestle with that power, and you stay involved and stay active, and I'll keep you posted. Take care, and send me a comment. Take care for now.